Hi everyone, welcome back to Friday Sews. As you see this, I will be on my last day in Birmingham and heading home later on Friday afternoon. But this I'm recording before I go. So I thought I'd share with you two new makes, and I have got some other things that I'll share next week, but two new makes and, well, actually three new makes, one of which I'm wearing, I'll tell you about this in a second, and some new fabrics that I've picked up, I know, before I go to the Stitch Festival. So where should I start? Let's start with some fabrics. I went for a ride up to Boys at Blythe. Boys don't sell online, but I know some of you are lucky to have stores near you. And I'd been doing a lot of trawling last week for big, bold, bright designs and that I liked. I know I mentioned this on Wednesday's Can You Help Me vlog. If you haven't watched that yet, go check it out because I need your help. And I did have a few things earmarked, and I just thought, let's go up to Boys. Sometimes they can have something, sometimes they can have nothing. Anyway, they'd had like a little bit of a recent delivery, and one of the girls on Sunday, Julie said she'd been to the one at Durham Anison and they had as well. So hopefully it's been a bit of a national thing. And I found three fabrics that I really liked, which I wasn't particularly looking for. I just went for a bit of a look. It's a nice ride for us up by the coast and things. So one of them has become something already. So I'll show you the fabric and what it's become. Oh, I feel like I've got a fluff or lint or something up my nose. One of those become something already. So if you've watched Wednesday's vlog, you'll know that I urgently became in need of some dresses that fit me, and I mean really urgently. And luckily I bought these fabrics and they were washed, and then I used one out of my stash, which I'm going to show you. So I made the Style Arc Montana dress, so I'll put a picture of that in now. I've got friends that have made this. Mags has made so many of this dress, but I always discounted it because, like, of having my arms on show. But I'm over that, really over that. The thing that gets on my nerves is that I have to sometimes do a bicep adjustment. So I was a little bit worried about, would my arms fit in the sleeve? How would they look? My friend Paula's also made a few of these, and she'd recently made a black linen one, and it looks fab. It's just easy pull on, and I thought just make it. So it was printed out. Now I did the thing that I've done before and I've talked about with you guys. Oh, if I sit back I look weird, don't I? Let's shuffle back. So I took my measurements. No, I didn't take them. I used my measurements, which was an issue. Bearing in mind I'm making dresses because I'd like quickly lost a bit of unexpected weight. I am healthy eating, calorie counting still. But why didn't I think to remeasure? I don't know. I just used my measurements that are in my phone on my little book. So when I looked at it, and my bust on those measurements was a 41. I looked at the guide, it said 41, size 12, finished garment. So I thought, that's finished garment, not much ease in it. I'll go to a 14. So I went to the 14, it was too big. But it's fine, I just printed it out on A4 and stuck it together. I know, didn't do pockets, just straightforward. So this is one of the fabrics that I got. It's a viscose linen slub in this leaf pattern. It was £5 a metre, so I got 2 metres, and I found it elsewhere for £12 a metre, so I was like, tick tick, bargain bargain. So I hadn't seen this one online, I just did a Google reverse image search. So in order to get it out of that, I had to cut the bodice one way and then the skirt the other way. Now this is kind of pretty non-directional, so it didn't make any difference. You can do it with a lined bodice or not. So I thought my first one, I just want to cut the top out, try it for fit. When I tried it on, I took a picture that obviously I put my tummy out and sent it to Paula and said, excuse my tummy, but I think with being big busted, I need to add length to this one. And she said, good advice, put the skirt on it first. So I did, prepped the skirt, gathered it, and I just clipped it together. And as soon as I put the skirt on, it pulled it down. However, my next one, I've added 2 centimetres too. So you'll see pictures, I'm going to put them on, of me wearing these. So this is the 14 bodice, 14 skirt, and with this one to finish it off, Paula said she usually uses binding around the neck and just turns the sleeves under and hems, but I actually just turned it under and cover stitched around the neck. It's quite a loose weave, this one, and sleeve wise was absolutely fine. You know, for some people, if you've got slim arms, you might find this too big. For me, it feels ideal. Like, I'm like, why haven't I made this before? Length I made to pattern for the skirt. Yeah, that was it. So what I did with this, because it was too big, I basically ran it down the side seams and took it in. So instead of a 1 centimetre seam allowance, I think I did 2 centimetres, and then re-overlocked this seam. It's still a little bit big, but that's okay, because sometimes on really hot days you want something that's a little bit more floaty. It's not overly big, and I don't feel like I need ties on to draw it in. I'm quite happy with it. So my plan is to travel to wear this on Friday when we go to the rag market. When you see this, I'll have this on and travel home on the train in it, because it's much hotter in Birmingham than it is up north where I am. We were running about 21, 22. I think it's 29, 30 when we were in Birmingham. So yeah, you should have seen the pictures of that one now. So I went straight, non-stop, into what fabric can I make another one out of. I want to make the bodice slightly longer. What have I got? Because I just didn't want to put trousers and a top, because I wear them all the time. I wanted to put some dresses on. So I got this fabric from Rainbow Fabrics at the Stitch Festival. When I made this up, I just thought, this is so soft. I wished I'd got more of this. It would have made the most beautiful pyjamas. So actually, I'm thinking of keeping a lookout for something similar. I don't necessarily want double gauze. I like the single gauze, but I might get double gauze, but it needs to be the right print. Or like, I don't want plain. I've got something else. I've just made shorts and a top. Well, I've cut out the top and I made it yet in plain that I haven't shared with you fully yet. But this is it. So it's this gingham with the cherries on. Now, the cherries should go that way or that way. And they did, but then I realised I had to flip it round the other way to get the skirt out of it, and then I thought the cherries are going to go one way on the top and the other way on the bottom. I thought they were non-directional, but they're not. So what I did was I had enough out of 2 meters of it to do the double lining, so the outer bit is the same direction as the bottom bit. Nobody's going to know that this should have been the other way around apart from you, but I'll be home by the time you see this, and I think this is going to get an awful lot of wear. I've got some pink chunky suede Dr. Martens that I've just got. I'm not taking those to Birmingham. I've got some lilac ones that are well worn in. They're my holiday nubuck leather soft Dr. Marten sandals, and I'm taking, that's what I'm wearing on my feet, and I'm kind of going to travel in this on Wednesday, and then I think we're going to go to Barry's. So you will have been to Barry's, and that's the plan, and probably go and sit somewhere lovely in the sunshine together as we all kind of gather there and meet up. So between the two pictures, I'll put them side by side so you can see the difference in fit. I feel like this fits me, like really fits me nicely, and I'm very, very happy with it. And I've ordered the extension pack so I can now make some v-necks. I'll put a picture on of the extension packs. I can add sleeves to it, so this can become like a fully functioning like modular pattern for me, which I love that kind of thing. So I'm very, very happy with both of them. And Thursday, I'll probably put some pictures on Instagram, was the jumpsuit that I made recently, which you all loved. So speaking of jumpsuits, that was really my mission, to find another bold fabric that I wanted to make that jumpsuit in. I've got plain linens and different things, but I wanted something bright and bold to take on holiday. So I'll be taking that one, and I will be taking this one. So this fabric I'd spied on the Fabric Obsession. They had it in 2 colourways, a blue background and then this orangey background, which orange wouldn't normally be my background colour I would go for, but as you can see it's got pinks and blues, which really are, you know, colours I wear. It's a viscose twill. It's a nice weight. I think it might be £9 or £10 a metre. They've still got this at Fabric Obsession if you do want to get it. It's, again, it's a loose a linen slub, like a loose. I did overlock the ends, but what I would say is I've overlocked this bit before pre-washing, but look at how the sides of it came out the washing machine off the selvage. I need to cut that off because it's driving me bonkers. But it's like this tropical print, and this is going to be another of my Atelier Brunette La Robe jumpsuits. So I'll put the blue one in, or you'll have already seen that, and I want to make another one of these for holidays. Might make it slightly more cropped, just because I always envisage where it's always going to be a summer item. But it was £5 a metre. I got 4 metres. I knew I used 3.5 for the other one, but I thought half a metre is £2.50, just get the extra, because there might be enough that I can get a little top out of it. And I've got some orange linen trousers cut out, so I think that would work quite nicely if there is enough left out of that to make a little top to go with the orange as well. So that was the second fabric. Everything was £5 a metre that I got. They do have other things in. There were other things I was tempted to get, but I thought, no, you go to Birmingham, just wait. This one is a little Johnny. It's a cotton. I've seen this in various places for 9, 10, I think £11 a metre. So I got this for £5. I got a metre, and it's one of these super cute sardine fabrics that are around at the moment, but not mega in your face. So for perspective, that's my forefinger. So this isn't as big as some of those, and this is going to be a little top for my holly bobs, that'll go with multiple different coloured trousers. I've got purple trousers on today. It'll go with pink, it'll go with blue, it'll go with red, and I just thought I'm having a bit of that. So that is what I purchased, and 2 of my makes. Let's just fold this up so it doesn't get completely crumpled up. Not that it's a big piece to iron, and I'm not doing very well with that. Oh, it's because I folded it funny, so I will just put it there and sort it out in a second. So my third and final make to share with you this week. Sunday I will be coming back with my video from the Festival of Quilts and the 3 days that we're at Birmingham fabric shopping, is this one. So this is the Matchy Matchy Split Peplum tank, which I've made about, I think I've made about 5 of them so far. In fact, I've got some of them here, I'll just grab them. And this has become the pattern of the month for August from Beyond the Pink Door. So the discount code, which is usually 20% off the pattern and PDF printing, is 20% off. It's automatically applied. So I mean, if you're happy to print your own, it's easy, it's a tank, but if you do want it printed out, you've got that option there. Now I'll tell you about this one first, then I'll show you some of the others. Where can I put those? There. So this is a semi-A-line, I would say. Now, it doesn't come in different bust sizes, it doesn't have any darts, but I'm a double D cup and it fits me nicely. I've started to not do the full seam allowance. I think it's a 1 centimetre seam, so I just do it 0.6 where I've overlocked down there and then take it to the 1 centimetre here. It's finished with bias binding, and I just used this grey one that I got at Abercarn. I have got a purple one cut which matches the trousers. These are the Emily pants from Atelier Dupe that were the July pattern of the month, which I know many of you have got. But with needing to make these, I just ran out of time. I was already making that when this was announced, and I said to Tamara, oh, that's a great choice of pattern. She went, yes, you came into Sewtoon in yours, and I just thought it would be a great pattern for pattern of the month, so I feel like I've been inspired. And I love it. Now at the back, you've got a split peplum, more floaty than the Ashton or the Atelier Brunette Le Top. So if you're wanting something a bit more swingy, this is nice, but it's very fitted here and at the top, so all of the movement comes at the bottom of it. I hope that makes sense. This is a linen remnant that I bought from Andrea at the end of the summer last year, which I believe might have been in a Beyond the Pink Door box previously. And the colours are lovely, they go with lots of different things, so I was planning on making this up, so it was just perfect. I've got a variety of these, one of which was a Pink Door box a couple of months ago that I made vacation vibes in, and then I had enough left to make a split peplum in, so you'll recognise this fabric. So you can't necessarily see all of it, but that I've worn that again, it looks nice with the trousers, but it looks nice separate as well. And then I've got another 3. So this one's the toile that I made in a linen, but it's a little bit too stiff. Although I think if I maybe washed it a couple of times, it might soften up, but I'm not being drawn to wear this, but it was just my toile. I think that's an Abercarn cream linen. I might just leave it because, you know, as I'm getting smaller, it might be that it doesn't feel as stiff, or the stiffness doesn't bother me. And then probably my most worn is this one here in that 3D fabric. So I've worn that one a lot. And then recently, when did I share this? Last Sunday with the trousers, I made this one, which lots of you love this. This came from Abercarn. Again, it's in a linen. But I've got one of these cut in this viscose, like a tulle, like a voile, I would say this is. And with this one, I've done it differently because it's completely see-through. So I've double fronted it, I've double yoked it. Well, I've cut out 2, and then the back panel I only had enough to do a single one. But let me just feel, yeah, my bra is pretty much almost covered by the yoke. So you might see my bra through the back of it. I don't mind if you do. So that's that. Yeah. So if you're looking for this, it's a bit of a bargain. If you're thinking I'm after a bit of a vesty style tank, but don't know what to try, it's a good opportunity when it's pattern of the month to see it on different body types. So there was a live on Wednesday night. If you want to head over to Beyond the Pink Door on YouTube, that will be there for you to re-watch. Some of the, I'm recording this before I go, so I'm away, so I'm not on there, but some of the ambassadors will be on there with theirs. And also going up onto Instagram yesterday and the day before, which will get shared onto Beyond the Pink Door. There will be different ambassador versions being shared, so it is a really great opportunity to see it in different fabrics and on different body shapes. So go ahead, check it out, let me know what you think. I think it's a cute one if you want to wear like little floaty shorts to wear with it. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I will be back with you on Sunday. I hope you're getting lots of amazing sewing done. I hope your head is full of creativity and inspiration, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you after the Festival of Quilts. So I'll see you then. Bye for now.